Okay, good morning, Corey.
Good morning.
All right, let's get it done.
It's
Hello.
7:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
I just finished my workout. We've
Yes.
met up the top here. Beautiful golden hour.
Yep,
Wonderful day.
absolutely. We extended our stay here in Melbourne further for certain reason. Let's just call it for personal and business reason. Let's call it that way. The business took longer time than expected, but that's always the case. So, but it's hopefully the business matter will conclude today. But you already spoiled it a little bit. I wanted to tell people only after we have something to show why we came here for. But now since in the last video we already told people what this is about, so we might as well just come out loud. So I just bought my baby M2 convertible. If you don't know what is a baby M2, it's the first generation M235 convertible. There's two generations of the car with two different engines, N55 and B58, and I have the N55 engine. That shares basically identical engine as the M2, the first generation M2, but there was never a M2 convertible. So the closest thing to an M2 convertible is an M235 convertible. However, I didn't buy this car brand new naturally because this car came out first in 2014. And the car I bought is a 2015 model. When launched in Australia, it was a $100,000 car. And I paid before tax something around 27. Bought in an auction house. But it comes with territory, which means anything that's wrong with the car is my problem. There's no insurance, there's no warranty, whatever. So naturally, I already knew what I was dealing with. However, what I didn't expect, I'd expect easy things like flat tires and engine oil change and a little bit fixed here and a little fixed there. They're famous for certain oil leak problem. However, this car had such a serious oil leak issue that the car basically almost started to burn straight away. The car started to have huge amount of smoke out of the engine bay literally 5 meters after we drove off the lot. But I already kind of saw what's going on. So we quickly found a solution for that. We found the best possible car mechanic in town. Shout out to Mehdi. Hey Mehdi, you're absolutely the best mechanic I've ever come across. He's an absolute most competent mechanic I've ever seen in European cars.
Yeah, basically Ace Auto Care saved our trip in Melbourne.
Yes, absolutely. So this is a big shout out to him. And he doesn't even know I'm making this video. I never said anything about my YouTube channel or whatever. He has no idea I'm in any possible way influencer or what I do or anything. We didn't give any information to anybody because in car flipping business, you want to keep your profile low so that people don't jack up the price on you for one thing or another. But for Mehdi, I can tell you sincerely, Mehdi, let's just say this, let's roll back to Bitcoin Cash, and I want to show everybody why this video is important, because like in my case, we met Mehdi 7 days ago, right? We met Mehdi 7 days ago, and I mentioned briefly to Mehdi on the first day that he can buy some crypto, and he says, "Oh, I don't want crypto." That's because he doesn't understand. That's okay, Mehdi. My channel is there for someone like you, who is a self-made millionaire, who wants to go to the next level, but your auto mechanic business cannot leverage up infinitely, but Bitcoin Cash can help you leverage up infinitely. So I give you example. My friend here, Corey, his entire net worth in crypto is in Bitcoin Cash only, and his net worth is up 33% or something since the day he arrived in Melbourne. And he didn't have to look at it at all. Did you look at anything? We didn't have time to do any of that stuff. In fact, we only know the number after we woke up today. We're not chasing any markets. I can't be trading when I'm in a different town like this. And Mehdi, this video is for you, okay? And for all your friends. For all your friends from the Italian community and for all your friends from, what is this other side? I forgot. Arabic?
Turkey, Egypt, Lebanon. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. Sorry, but he speaks Arabic, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So, Mehdi, this is actually the right thing for you. So you can work less, spend more time with your children, and be more relaxed. But however, I'm glad that you are the one who took care of our business. So now he's working to make the car perfect. And now for the second time, we're picking up the car today, hopefully. But if not today, then tomorrow. So basically, the next 24 hours is the last 24 hours we'll be here in Melbourne. Metropole is our home for the time being. And can you summarize how the trip was for you so far?
Amazing. It was like having the issue with the car turned what was just a plan to pick up a car and drive home, just like a quick 3-day road trip, just driving, into an amazing, fun adventure.
Yes.
With heaps of social opportunities and lots of other things, exploring this great city, doing lots of awesome stuff, some very tense running for trains and other stuff, amazing views, amazing people. It's been an awesome trip and all very unexpected.
Yes.
All very serendipitous, shall I say.
Yes. Oh, wow. That's a choice word, serendipity. So those people who are not native speakers, Google it. Good word. But for me personally, it's not about the car, it's not about the Bitcoin Cash price going up alone. I'm going to continue this video talking about Bitcoin Cash continuously. So don't switch off, keep watching, because this video might take some time. And I just want to tell you guys this. I have finally got all my motivation back to make all the Bitcoin Cash video you can possibly digest. Let me just say this. From here onwards, I'm making all the videos for myself. Just for myself. That's all that I can say about it. For myself only. Yeah. I don't care how many of you are gonna watch my videos. I absolutely don't care. And I don't even care if you are gonna do anything or not. Don't care, sorry. Boy, don't care. From here onwards, every video I make is for myself only. No one else, just myself. So because of that, I invite everybody who's new to this channel, who's new to Bitcoin Cash, to join my journey, to do things I've never done before in my life. And this started on this journey. I have to say, I'm probably gonna keep the car. Original idea is to flip the car, actually. The whole idea was to flip the car. By the way, the car is worth about $50,000. And it's only one of its kind in the entire Australia. That's how few were sold. I can easily flip for 50,000, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna keep the car because now the car has an emotional value to me. Not it's the starting journey. I always talked in the previous, last year I talked about the project become 24 again. And every single thing we did in this trip is like, I'm the 24-year kid. I mean, seriously?
It definitely is.
Yeah, every single thing we did. You're still 18, sorry, you're not older. He's still 18, I'm 24. Basically, it's one of the most incredible road trips so far, and it's not even done yet because driving from Melbourne back to Gold Coast takes about 3 days. And I'll give you guys a preview what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you guys some of the most beautiful sceneries in Australia has to offer. And we're gonna go to visit the largest gold mining company in the Southern Hemisphere and show you guys the largest gold mine in the Southern Hemisphere. That's this much I can tell you because you guys need some gold. I'm just saying, even though you might be fully convinced of Bitcoin Cash, let me assure you, for the next 3-4 years, for the survival of your finance, you need some liquid asset, and that's gold, truly liquid asset. And how many years gold I've done? From 2001 to now, I've never stopped doing gold. So, am I qualified to talk about gold? Absolutely. I was the biggest private silver trader in Singapore for 10 years straight. I'm not the biggest gold trader, but as a silver trader, you must understand gold. And gold is the one that caused me to prepare for nuclear weapon since 2009. I'm nuke ready since 2011. That's the reason, more than a decade, nuke ready. All because of my study of gold. And gold is the most basic fundamental system you must understand before you can understand monetary system, because gold is money, money is gold, and new money like Bitcoin Cash is a different version of the gold, the digital gold. Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, those are all different versions of precious metals. I call them digital precious metals. Yeah, digital precious, the equivalent of precious metals in crypto space is Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, that kind of things. And the rarer ones like Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond are the trace elements.
Like cobalt and nickel.
Yeah. No, they're not that useful. So cannot
not that useful.
They're not that useful. The most comparable thing I can think of, Ethereum is like iron ore. It's a bit like copper. And yeah, the best comparison to copper would be Ethereum. It's very useful, but also very abundant. You know, the Ethereum is like super abundant. I don't understand people store their value in Ethereum. To be honest, store value, you should stick to gold, the equivalent of gold, which in my case, I chose in Bitcoin Cash, as you guys know. And my conviction of that choice has never been stronger today than ever before. So this is the reason I can lock my coins away until 2025. And now it's pretty clear that by 2025, all the explosion would have already happened. I don't think it can last that long. Therefore, 2025 is probably a rebuilding process. In that rebuilding process, traditional real estate probably largely destroyed. Imagine 25 nukes explodes in New York City. That place will be wasteland for a long time. There will be new New York coming up. Let's say if that happens, or new London, or whatever things. Yeah. Just remember, New York was not always New York. It was New Amsterdam. I bet you didn't know. Didn't know. You used to speak Dutch in New York. It was a Dutch colony. Just like here in Australia, there's a lot. The first people came are not British. They were Dutch. Yeah, Dutch Empire. Go study Ray Dalio. What I mean is go study the monetary history, human history. We're just continuing the history of the world. And I want you to be part of the new history. And since I'm making all this video for myself now, that means I'm not going to talk about just Bitcoin Cash only, because in my mind, even though Bitcoin Cash is important, but it's just an investment. For me personally, there's many other things as important, if not more important. So I will talk about those too. So in the process, I might expose more personal information, but I don't give a damn anymore. Yeah, that's the way it is. And all I can say is I'm more motivated than ever before to do the best I can to help as many people as possible to transition to the new world. We're literally transitioning to a new economic world, and everything is going to be radically different. And those who are smart, nimble, willing to learn, willing to let go of old ideas, embrace new ideas, is going to be the one who will be the new top 1%. Yeah,
yeah, very true.
Yeah.
As always, it's not particular ability in one specific skill.
Yep.
It's ability to adjust that ensures survival.
Correct.
Like survival of the fittest. Ability to adapt.
Darwinism at its best. Yeah. We're talking about any one of you who is still investing in Bitcoin Cash, congratulations. You survived the Darwinian test. Anyone who panic out and say, that's it, this is not a thing for me because somebody made a video say the price will go to $5,000, therefore that's the only possible outcome. Any possible other outcome comes, I'm not emotionally or physically or financially ready for it. To you, I say, welcome to Darwinism. Yeah. Evolution is the bitch. That's the truth. Yes. So, going forward, now let me dedicate a couple more minutes to the fans of Bitcoin Cash. Let's call it that way. You guys have seen, in the last 7 days, Bitcoin Cash is the best performing major coin, altcoin, whatever coin you can think of. This is flying now. Basically, the people are starting to discover that alternative assets, there's more than just Bitcoin in the world, and more and more money coming into the space, and even a tiny amount of money going into Bitcoin Cash is going to make the price explode. And let's use this race, this place as an example. In the background you see towers. So in those background, each tower, like the golden tower, do you think you can see that golden tower? Is that gold color? I'm
Yeah.
colorblind.
Yeah.
The golden tower?
The tallest one with the yellow kind of spikes around it.
That one that you can't see. You can only see this golden tower.
It's more like a bronze color.
A
The
bronze
one,
color,
The
okay.
second tallest one.
So the bronze color building behind, that's a residential property. That retail value is about $2 to $3 billion. So that is the value of Bitcoin Cash, the whole world's Bitcoin Cash, in one building, just one building. This is the best visualization I can give you guys. So think about real estate transitioning. Imagine value that was stored in real estate that destroys through the nuclear war, but they still need the store of value for the value to transition, because the medium of exchange is the government issued money. That's just a medium exchange. That means Australian dollar is just a medium exchange to facilitate the transitioning of the store of value from a real estate like that to digital real estate like Bitcoin Cash. But the Australian dollar is just a medium of exchange. It's not the actual classical definition of money. It's also a measure of account, but it's not a store of value. Medium exchange, store of value, measure of account. All three must be present to be money. So gold is such a thing, silver is such a thing, Bitcoin Cash is such a thing, Ethereum is such a thing, Bitcoin is such a thing. All your favorite coin could be, but you have to pass the test. However, for someone to transition the real estate asset from here to digital real estate, they have to use the medium exchange of the government money first. So I'm not saying the government money is going to disappear. I'm saying that they will be used more than ever before. So the velocity of money in government money is going to increase dramatically. And therefore, you're going to see banking transactions in traditional money like Aussie dollar, US dollar, and all the bonds. It's going to go through the roof. The transitioning will go through the roof. So a lot of classic store value items, paper assets like shares and bonds, is going to trade it at a much larger quantity than what you have seen so far. Because people want the liquidity. People want to be able to move from some asset class to another asset class almost instantaneously. And ultimately, all the search for liquidity, for safety, for store value stories, they will all end up in crypto space. And in the crypto space, one of the most prime assets I can think of is Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is the equivalent of real estate in South Bank. And South Bank is a good example. Anyone who's familiar with Melbourne knows that 30 years ago, South Bank was a wasteland. Yeah, it started out with warehouses here. Then the casino was initially built as a very low-rise thing, and then gradually got bigger and bigger. That's the reason Crown owns so much land in South Bank. That's the reason, despite almost losing the license for operation, BlackRock still was willing to pay almost $10 billion for Crown for real estate. They basically got a casino license for free. They're paying just for the real estate. That's a good deal for them. And something for the shareholders in Crown, I tell you this as an ex-shareholder, let go. Just let go. Just let go. Transition your asset to new digital assets like Bitcoin Cash. That's another $10 billion coming in. Very simple as that. So anybody who owns real estate in the picture in the background, just remember a lot of this similar real estate will get bombed like crazy. I won't say Australia will bomb. The probability Australia gets nuked is very slim, very, very slim. You're pretty safe. However, you have imagined, psychologically speaking, imagine if you switch on TV, you see one morning, entire New York City is wiped out. New York City is wiped out. 25 nukes has congregated on that. The entire New York City is flattened. What do you think about your city center investment property in Melbourne? Your panic will set in, price will drop. Even though no nuke will drop. No nuke will come here, still people will think if the same thing can happen to New York, same thing can happen to Melbourne. So therefore, it is not wise to keep your investment in this kind of real estate. It's just not wise. Because sooner or later, Russia is going to press the button. They're going to target the population center in their enemy states. In this case, all the European countries will get flattened out. The Americans get flattened out, but they won't send a nuke into the middle of nowhere. Let's say if you are Putin, you want to target your nemesis, which is the United States, and you only have, let's say, you can only allocate, let's just say, 1,000 nukes towards U.S. targets. Then you have to target the strategic targets in the military installation, but also population centers, so that the brain, you switch off the brain, is the knockout punch. Like in boxing, the nuke is the knockout punch. You have to switch off the central nervous system. And they are also focused in the population centers and military installations, but you don't knock out the military installations alone, it's the population center. This way you make the enemy surrender, because you won't be able to get that back up. Yeah, you switch off the brain, you can't use the rest of the muscle. Yeah. So what, if you imagine you switch on TV next morning, New York City is gone, imagine that. Imagine that. I'm not saying it will happen, but imagine it could happen. But imagine that happens, what happened to real estate investment similar to this in Melbourne or Sydney? It will go down very, very quickly. But that money will go transition to digital assets, because you control as many nukes as you want on New York or in London. Bitcoin Cash will survive. It will survive.
Decentralization means
it's completely decentralized.
Yeah.
It's fine. As long as there's one copy left, you come back. That's the reason I love crypto, particularly the concept of the original Bitcoin so much. And for me, the original Bitcoin is not BTC, it's BCH. That is, I have never changed my tune on that. It's just I find it boring to talk about the same thing again and again and again. It's like saying every day morning tells you the sun is going to rise on the east, set on the west, and the sky is going to be blue if it doesn't rain. It gets boring. So, but just because I don't talk about the same thing again and again doesn't mean it's not true, or I don't believe in it. I have not touched, I didn't bring my money from, so I can show you guys, he can confirm. I haven't sold a single Satoshi Bitcoin Cash, not a single one. Even those ones that I can access on my phone.
He's never sold.
I've never sold. But it doesn't, my conviction has never been higher, but the key is I have a life to live. I don't live in a basement, as you guys can see. Yeah, so any closing words for today's video? It's getting a bit long.
No, I think I'm good this one.
Yeah.
Just remember, keep living your life,
Yes.
being happy,
Yes.
make the right decisions, and yeah, risk-reward ratio is still and always in our favor.
Exactly. All right. That's it. Enjoy the rest of the day. And anyone who wants to meet up, unfortunately this time I don't have time for you, because we have our schedule so busy, so full. I can't meet you this time, but trust me, I will be back in Melbourne.
Definitely.
We will be back in Melbourne. I now have very good personal reasons to come back. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. All right. See you in the next one. Bye.